When I first started having sex, yes, I have sex. I kind of saw sex when it first started as like a way of connecting and being accepted and really like extra liked, you know what I mean? Once I started having sex, I kind of felt like when I got into close relationship with a man or boys, sex was kind of like there, like once you pass that age, like 16 or so. I don't know if the pressure comes from the males as much as it just comes from yourself and knowing that like this is happening now, lots of people are having sex. There is that feeling of like, if I have sex with him, then we will be more connected and he will like me more in return. Sometimes I felt obligated to have sex. I didn't really care about being so much as like with that guy, dating that guy or anything like that, but like there were times that I just felt pressured. Those were mostly times when I was drinking and just trying to be like friendly and cuddly and like hanging out with a guy by myself at his house, and then the next thing you know, he's trying to whatever and da-da-da-da-da. It goes like that, you know? The ball just keeps rolling and you're just like not thinking straight because you're drinking, and alcohol really screws up your whole perception about like when you should have sex or when you shouldn't have sex, because most of the time when you drink and have sex, you think, wish I hadn't done that. If it's like with a random, or even a guy that you've known for some time, you know, and all of a sudden like you drink and you have sex with them and you're like, what? When I'm sober, I don't want to have sex with them. Why did I do it when I was drinking? A lot of times I felt that sex would bring me closer, more connected, and have a guy like me more. I found out that that wasn't true. I had a spiritual experience where someone told me, someone that I consider to be very spiritually advanced, if I was to stay celibate and not have sex for some time, it ended up running for 9 months, that my spiritual strength, my energy healing powers would grow stronger. And to me, because I was so into Reiki and energy healing and spirituality, it was finally something that I found to be worthwhile to like refrain from having sex. So for 9 months I did not have sex, had my own place, so I had guys over all the time. I even had men in my bed, but I never had sex with them. And in the back of my head I was just like, no, like it's not worth it. Like I need to like grow my spirituality, enlightenment, and energy healing skills and strength, and no matter what a guy did, I would not have sex with him. I would maybe be intimate with him, but would not have sex with him, and I would not have oral sex with him either. And I found after 9 months that what I experienced was empowerment, and really learned what having these boundaries and this respect for myself, and also never feeling obligated or pressured into having sex and following through with saying no, how rewarding it was. It was super rewarding. I felt like the relationships with these guys didn't falter or dwindle. If anything, they tried to almost hang out with me more, just maybe even to try and see if they could do it. I think they found it like almost like fishing, like, you know, they like that game of like, wow, like this girl won't give in, give up, or put out. They would just seem baffled and almost more interested in me when we would be intimate, maybe kissing or touching, touchy-feely, but I would just stop it. And they're like, what? Like, serious? And then again, they would come over and same thing. You know, we were having fun and everything like that, and like I just never felt that regret of like, why did I have sex with him? Like, what was the purpose of that? Like, did I really get that closeness and acceptance and whatnot, or relationship that I wanted out of it? I never had that feeling, never had those thoughts for 9 months. I just felt empowered, strong, respected, just no regret. Also, another thing that I experienced was I didn't have any of those relationships where they're almost like kind of dramatic or not right, but the sex is good. You know? And for a girl, your cookie is attached to your heart and your mind. For guys, maybe a little bit different. They're able to really separate the two. Some of them are able to say like, this is my dick, I'm just having sex. And most girls though, like most, when they have sex, it kind of comes into their heart and then feelings start to develop and a type of attachment starts to form. I never had that, and I never had these unhealthy relationships that sometimes seem to kind of circulate around sex. Like you'll hear a lot of people say like, oh, we're fighting and it's dramatic or da-da-da-da, but the sex is so good and it's hard to get out of. And if you just don't have sex, you get to really get to know the person and you get to build that friendship, and then you get to decide, you know, is this really what I want? And most of the time you find it's not. So that's what I found. No drama, no heartbreak, no regrets, no nothing for those 9 months. It was very empowering. And now, moving forward since that time, it's funny because I ended up having sex out of that 9-month celibacy, kind of randomly, just like whatever. And I had those feelings. And, you know, like, oh, like, why did I do that? And like, is that really what I wanted? So I'm a lot stronger with my boundaries, a lot stronger with saying no. I mean, I just know that the reward or the feeling afterwards is just peace of mind. There's nothing that you can lose from not having sex with someone, but there's something you can lose from having sex with someone, if that makes sense. If a man really truly loves you and wants to be with you forever, he won't just fuck off because you didn't have sex with him. That's just not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen, don't worry. I just learned that you shouldn't feel obligated to have sex. Don't feel pressured to have sex as a female. And don't think that having sex is going to create a more connected bond that you will have over somebody else and then he will come to you. Because that's not what a real true relationship is built or developed or stable upon, the foundation of sex. Whether the sex is good or not, no. It's in the mind and it's in the heart. That connection is what matters most, and it can happen without having sex. That's how my beliefs about sex changed over time. If you have any questions, I know a lot about sex, you can ask me down below and maybe I'll make a video about it. Thank you. Bye.